Ruth.
And I'm Kery.
And this is how we roll, Palmdale.
Hey Ruth, I hear the City of Palmdale's crime rate is down 3% over last year. We're now at 261 crimes per 10,000 people, and that's the lowest it's been in 20 years.
Wow, that is so great. But you know what? I bet a lot of people don't understand exactly what those numbers mean.
The crime rate for the City of Palmdale has just been released by the Sheriff's Department. As you can see, in 1997, between then and 2014, overall crime rate has dropped to 45.83%. Crime rate is calculated using a formula, and the formula is the number of crimes divided by the population multiplied by the number 10,000, and that gives you the crime rate per 10,000 residents within the city. So we have City A, the population of 150,000 residents, and they report 5,000 crimes. City B, 90,000 residents, and they report 3,500 crimes. Which city has the highest crime rate? So for City A, we have our 5,000 crimes divided by 150,000 residents, multiplied by the 10,000, for a crime rate of 333 crimes per 10,000 residents.
What? Let's find somebody who can explain this to us in plain English.
We're here with Captain Don Ford of the Palmdale Sheriff's Station. Captain Ford, we've recently learned that Palmdale has the lowest crime rate in 20 years. Exactly where do those numbers come from?
Well, Kery, the crime rate is actually generated by the citizens of Palmdale. They report crimes to us. So we're entirely dependent upon the participation and the cooperation of the citizens. All we do is we take the crimes that are reported to us, we compile those numbers along with the population to come up with the crime rate. And what we know is that the more citizens participate, the more information we have that allows us to actually keep that crime rate as low as possible. We know that when citizens call us and talk about rapes, robberies, murders, burglaries, assaults, theft, auto theft, arsons, those are the type of things that go into a crime rate. And we need those crimes reported to us so that we can actually investigate those. When we get good information from the citizens, not only about what crimes are happening and where they're happening, when they're happening, that allows us to deploy our resources very effectively and to help catch those bad guys that are committing all those crimes.
And in your opinion, what are some of the things that have impacted the crime rate in the City of Palmdale? What is bringing that crime rate down?
Well, there's a lot of things that go on to this. There's no silver bullet. There's no one thing that'll actually reduce crime. It requires everybody's cooperation. One of the great things we're getting, far more we've seen in the last year or year and a half, is participation from the citizens. We're getting information, timely information. We've developed some rapid response capabilities, so when people call us, we're getting detectives on it and starting to investigate right away.
Wow, this is really great information. I noticed that Captain Ford mentioned the importance of the role of the community in reducing crime.
Yes, he strongly believes in the partnership between law enforcement, businesses, and residents. It's only by working together that we're going to be able to keep this crime rate low.
Let's take a look at some of those partnerships. Why did your neighborhood decide to start a neighborhood watch group initially?
Well, it was formerly a neighborhood watch group that had become inactive, and there were some loud parties. And I actually got a chance to get together with the previous neighborhood watch block captain, and we just reactivated it.
Okay, and what are some of the things that you do differently as a neighborhood watch group that maybe you didn't do before? What are some of the things you've learned that have helped your neighborhood? Well,
everybody has gotten used to contacting us in the event that anything is out of place in the neighborhood. It's gotten to be a very good cohesive group.
So what do you think is probably the most important aspect of Neighborhood Watch and how that has impacted the crime rate?
Well, the most important part is just informing residents on what crimes to report and when to report suspicious activity. Well, that's important so that we know what's going on. We have no way to know unless people call us and tell us what's going on. The residents know best.
Mitch, why do you feel like being a part of the Adopt a Well program is important, and do you think it's contributed to the safety in your neighborhood?
I think it's contributed to the safety, and the reason why is because people who don't understand what the gang taggings are a little bit afraid. So by covering them up right away, they're not out there to think, oh, we have gangs around here. And also it just, you know, doesn't look good, so cover it up and makes the wall look better.
Exactly. I think whether it's gang graffiti or just tagging graffiti, the average resident doesn't know the difference. And when you see graffiti, it can be scary.
Yeah. So I want my neighborhood to feel safe, and the children to feel safe, and the neighbors to feel that they're in a good area and that we're all keeping an eye on things.
Neighboring businesses working together in a business watch group can help address issues with loitering, panhandling, vandalism, and other more serious crimes.
Well, we've had some meetings, or we get together with the stores here. We make each other aware of something suspicious. We call each other on the phones. We have each other's phone numbers, and keep each other informed if we see any suspicious activity. And like I said, everybody here in the center mostly knows each other, and it's a good thing. It's a good thing because it helps us to keep be aware of crime that's going on.
Wow, we really have some great partners, don't we?
Yeah, we really do. We currently have over 400 neighborhood watch groups in the city, but we need to continue to grow that number if we're going to keep that crime rate low.
Yeah, absolutely. And once these programs get started, it takes such a little time to keep them going.
Yeah, just a few hours a year is really all it takes. If you'd like to get involved in any of the programs you've seen here today, please call us at the Crime Prevention Office. So get involved, because this is how we roll, Palmdale.